Hello friends. In today's lecture, we will discuss about Indian English poetry and its aspects, or in other words, we could say that the features of Indian English poetry. Although there are two parts in Indian English poetry, the first is called pre-independence poetry, written by the major poets like Sri Aurobindo, Manmohan Ghosh, Toru Dutt and Arudat. All these poets, or I would say the representative poets, discussed about the freedom movement, discussed about the liberty, discussed about the patriotism of pre-independence era in India. While speaking about the post-independence poetry, we have a vast number of poets, and the pioneer of post-independence poetry or modern in Indian English poetry is Nissim Ezekiel. Along with Nissim Ezekiel, we have significant poets like Arun Kolatkar, Dilip Chitre, Kamla Das, Imtiaz Darkar, and many more. Now, speaking about the features of Indian English poetry, let us count them one by one. The first feature of post independence Indian English poetry is sharp edged quality of words. These poets, as we mentioned earlier, used very harsh words expressing their feelings, expressing their experiences of reality. The second significant feature of post independence English poetry is the use of animal imagery. They have used the animals as imagery for many of their concepts. They consider that human values have gone to the level of animals, and therefore the use of animal imagery suits the situation. The third significant feature is realism. All the poets, whether it is Kamla Das, Nissim Ezekiel, Arun Kolatkar or Dilip Chitre, they speak about what they experience. They are not interested in romanticism. On the other hand, they discuss what they see and how they see it. The next feature is a reflection of social problems. In pre-independence in Indian English poetry, we consider the topics like liberty, patriotism, freedom, whereas in post-independence literature, we have the social issues discussed by these poets. It may be the issue of caste, it may be the issue of greed, it may be the issue of feminism, or any kind of inequality that exists in the society. The next significant feature of post independence English poetry is as these poets live in the cities, we have variety of themes. Each individual poet comes out with his own experiences, and as a result of this, we have variety in them. We have number of women poets, we have the bunch of them, and I would say that the women poets are led by Kamla Das, who is considered as the strongest female poet speaking about feminism. We have female poets like Gauri Deshpande, Imtiaz Dharkar, and many others who speak about the issues of women in the society. The next significant feature of post independence poetry is bilingualism. All these poets They basically write in their own mother tongue and then they write in English. For example, Dilip Chitre and Arun Kolatkar write in Marathi and they also do write in English. Same is the case with many of the post-independence English poets. Then the next feature of modern Indian English poetry is post-colonial sensibility. All these poets have experienced the colonialism to a certain extent, and as a result of this, they write against the colonial theories, whether it could be in the sense of language, it could be in the sense of formality and way of living as well. And with these aspects, with these features of Indian English poetry, it is a brief survey of modern Indian English poetry, or in other words, we can call it as post independence English poetry. Thank you very much.